Hello, my name is Martin. Welcome back to another video. We're just exploring some disused railway tunnels in Manchester. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to another video. So we're on a bit of an explore today. We're looking at some abandoned railway tunnels. Now amazingly, we're not far from Manchester city centre, and I'll show you on the maps in a bit where we are. I'll show you on an old map where we are. But it really is an amazing, long forgotten place. As far as I'm aware, these tunnels have been sealed up or filled in for the past 30 years. I'll just show you where we are. I don't know if you can make out, there's a tunnel just over there. Can you see? I'll just zoom in for you. So these tunnels used to be part of the Cheshire lines that came out of Manchester Central Station, and there was like a little branch that branched off over at Cornbrook, and it was called Throstle's Nest or Throstle Nest Junction, and this is the most accessible tunnel, as you can see at the minute. Now we don't know when that one comes out, so we'd like to go and have a quick look through it. So in fact, I might just go down there and see where it comes out. Okay, so I've got my magic torch. So it's not that far. Plenty of cave spiders, the UK's biggest spiders. So I'm going to go down there and see where it comes out. So off we go. Okay, so hopefully you've got... You see how dusty it is? There's kind of, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's kind of like real all dust in the air. And this is what you're sort of inhaling down here. I don't understand why it's so dusty. It's very dry down here. Obviously it never sees any rainfall, but like I say, it's so dusty down here. But like I say, you can just see all the soot on the ceiling there. I don't know if you can see that, stain from years of obviously diesel trains and steam trains, no doubt. Tell you what, I couldn't do this for long, stooping over like this. Nearly out, nearly at daylight again now. Well, I'm at the other end of the tunnels now, and you can see there's the Metrolink there. And I think when this was part of the main line back in the day, the trains came out of here and they joined the line that went to South Manchester and round to Chorlton this way. Like I say, I'll show you on some maps later. So I'll take you back now. So I'm knackered, walking crouched down. So we'll go back now to where we to the little gap between the tunnels. Oh, and we're back out. We're back out. Oh my god, that is exhausting. Just crouching down. So forgive the GoPro on my head. So like I say, this was part of a branch line that came down from near Cornbrook, just over the road. It was called Cornbrook railway sidings, and just up the track from the Cornbrook railway sidings was a junction called Throstle Junction, and it branched south. It started heading south, it took the lines out of Manchester Central, took them south, and this line that we're on here now, that ran through that tunnel there, and then down this cutting and through this tunnel, went down towards Chorlton and then through to South Manchester. I'll show you some maps in a bit when I get home. I've got some old photographs of round here, and the place is unrecognisable, to be honest with you. But yes, long since forgotten railway tunnels these. I think they got bricked up, or they got filled in, and the whole place got disused 30 years ago. So 1988 we're talking when it got disused. I don't know what was running there in the 80s though, you know what I mean? I don't know whether it was a freight line or not. This is where maybe you can help me out. It's weird to think that when I was just in my 20s, this place was still functioning as a railway line. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, where the hell are you in Manchester, Martin? Well, I'll show you now. Here's a modern day map. We're to the west of the city centre. There's Pomona Island. There's the road that goes to Stretford. You've got Talbot Road there as well. I'm going to make this map now into a map from the 1900s. Ready? There you go, and there is a very, very different Manchester. It's almost unrecognisable. There's Pomona Island, and there's our railway line. That line comes out of Manchester Central, which is now GMX, and there is Throstle Junction. Now you'll notice just over here is a big goods yard. Now that's like a big bypass now. I think Manchester Audi Dealers is there. Got some photos of that goods yard in a bit, but there's Throstle Junction. And the line goes south heading towards Chorlton, and where it goes there into the tunnels and the cutting, that is what I'm exploring. Those are the tunnels I'm exploring. Now the line that crosses it there is now the tram lines. That is the line that goes to Altrincham on the tram, but that's where I am, that little section there that is now disused. Okay, just a little side story point of interest. Look where the cursor's going there. Botanical Gardens, that's White City Retail Park now. I think we lost something there, didn't we? It used to be a Botanical Gardens. And just take a look here, when I move the cursor, there's a viaduct there. That is a railway viaduct because you can see it going into the goods yard there. That viaduct, that railway viaduct, has long since gone. I might have a picture of it being built, if it's the one. Maybe you could tell me, but I'll show you some pictures later. But that is, it's so different round there now. It is just, the pictures I've got are unrecognisable. So just make our way through the undergrowth there now to the second tunnel portal. I think this was Throstle Junction tunnels number 3 and 3A, as far as I'm aware. But you can see this one now. So the access isn't easy either. So I think Gary's just come in there with a torch. Good man. And there you go. Now this one is completely filled in. We'll get the torch and take a look now. So let's try and climb inside this one now. Looks a lot more cramped and it's a lot more filled up, but we'll try and have a bit of an explore down that one as well. So let's go and take a look inside here. Hopefully no nasties hanging from the ceiling. Not as dusty this one. But much more filled in and obviously completely blocked at this far end. Oh yeah, look at this. Let's have a quick break. So I don't know if you can see me, I'll shine the light on me. It's so warm in here as well, I'll tell you, get a proper sweat on. Let's go down there and take a look. So like I say, at some point we're underneath Manchester Audi, if you know where that is. Be great if you could see the original tracks, wouldn't it? But it looks like it ends down there. Quite spooky when you look ahead and you can't make out what's ahead. You just make out things in the dark. Yeah, it's completely blocked there now. What the hell is that? So it looks like Journey's End here now. Yeah, it looks like there's a wall there as well, doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. Journey's End. So is that the... Oh, that's the top of the tunnel there. You probably can't see. Let's just zoom in. Looks like there's an oil can there. Not sure what's there, but looks like this might have been an original block in the tunnel, and then they've just proper put all that stuff up there. And not sure if that's a wall or just a load of infill debris. But yeah, proper got sweat on now. I don't know if you can see me or not. So we'll head back now out of this tunnel. This is interesting. You see this ridge here? I don't know if you can or not. I'm zoomed in and zoomed out. Right, see this? See the ridge there? So I've been reading up on these tunnels. Oh, here's Gary's coming down. So I've been reading up on these tunnels, and where you see that ridge there, you see sort of one height, then a second height there. You see this ridge. The theory is that the reason that the roof is in two sections like that, two heights, is that when they were digging these tunnels, because like I said, I've been reading up on them, they dug them from both ends and they were slightly out. The navies were slightly out in the calculations, and so where the two tunnels met, or where the two ends met in the middle, there was just a slight difference in height, and that's why you get that little step in the tunnel roof. So I'm led to believe, so I've read up anyway. So we'll just head on out now. So that was a good explore that. Anyway, let's go. That was good that. Now one thing you shouldn't do when you explore these places is read up on, just turn the GoPro off. Is read up on cave spiders, because the place is full of cave spiders. Well, once you got in it weren't too bad, but there were cave spiders in there. And apparently the UK's biggest spider, and they have a mild venomous bite, but it doesn't affect human beings that badly, but it could be fairly unpleasant. Anyway, fortunately I've not been bitten by a cave spider. So that was good that. You wouldn't think this was just a, you know, 2 tram stops out of Manchester and completely abandoned, and probably will remain abandoned for many, many years to come. So that's the end of the video. but I'm going to leave you with some photographs. Now this place has changed so much, this area has changed so much, I cannot work out where these photographs were taken, what the angle is, where we're looking at. Some of them are of Cornbrook carriage siding, so I know where they are. I'll leave it to you to decipher where we are and what we're looking at. They're all from a good source, and they all say they're from around here, so I believe it. Thanks for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you very soon in the next video.